And welcome back, everyone. TJ Altai, 45 now, and we are joined now by the mayor-elect of the city of Texas City. I'm sure you like to hear that sound. Dedrick Johnson, winning tonight, will be the new mayor here within the next week or so in the city of Texas City. How are you feeling tonight, Dedrick, getting this historic victory?
It feels good. It feels good that your hard work pays off, as well as the hard work of all those involved in my committee of workers and volunteers. So I want to just thank the citizens of Texas City for doing their research and voting their conscience and just making this a very special moment for not only me, but for the entire city.
And we'd be remiss in not pointing out the historical significance of this. You will be the first African-American to lead the city of Texas City. As somebody who grew up in that city, whose heritage in that city goes way back, what's that mean to you at this moment?
That is a special moment. It's not something that has just gone unnoticed, obviously. But once again, what's more significant to me is not necessarily that I'm the first African American to lead the city, but that I do such a good job to where I'm not the last. And I just want to make sure that, everybody feels safe and secure in knowing that you've chosen a leader who's going to do what's best for the entire city.
Introducing Texas City's new mayor, Dedrick Johnson!
My pastor, Dr. William Randall, he often talks about this picture of a turtle sitting on top of a fence post. And the caption of that picture reads, "I didn't get here by myself." And me and that turtle have something in common tonight, because I didn't get here by myself. But unlike the turtle sitting on top of the fence post, I'm standing on top of the shoulders of giants who came before me. I'm standing on top of the shoulders of my political mentors, Ms. Connie Jackson, Judge Sonny James, Mr. Wayne Johnson, may he rest in peace. I'm standing on top of the shoulders of the village that they said it takes to raise a child. You are looking at a young man from the south side of Texas City, raised by that single parent mother, sitting there, who I love with every ounce of my being. I stand on the shoulders of my family members who have gone on before me, my grandparents, Wallace and Eliza Henry, and other people in my family, my dear Uncle Joe Jacks. I stand on the shoulders of my Uncle Kenneth Henry, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention these very special people in my life who are no longer with us today because of God's calling them home. So 2020 has been ugly. My dear friend, DeWan Anderson, I miss you and I love you so much. He was a positive person who told me I could do anything. I stand on the top of shoulders of my mentors who are not here tonight, but Mr. Lyndon Mayberry of Sweeney, Texas, who any ounce of benevolence that has ever come from me has come through me from that man who has planted so many seeds in me. I have to mention Mr. Mayberry. I stand on the shoulders of people in my community, Mr. Warren B. Jones, who is no longer here. I stand on the shoulders of Mr. Kerry Johnson and Miss Elizabeth Sugar Johnson. I stand on the shoulders of Mr. Thomas and Miss Mary Payne. I stand on the shoulders of Viola Waiters. I stand on so many shoulders, and I just have to tell you, I didn't get here by myself. I stand on the shoulders of a campaign committee of 60 people. 60 people. I need y'all to understand the significance of that. Congratulations to Mr. Keith Henry, who won his race. Mr. Keith Henry won his race with a campaign committee of 4 people. To Ms. Thelma Bowie, who won Commissioner at Large. Ms. Thelma Bowie had a campaign committee of 10 people. And while numbers may not matter, I had 60 people who decided to get behind Dedrick Johnson and push me in this effort. And that means so much to me. I need that to be known. I don't minimize the significance of the history that was just made, but I need it to be known that I'm here to serve the entire city of Texas City. When I was in junior high school, I worked on the Sonny James campaign. He was running for constable back in the 80s. And they didn't have these pretty signs like this. We was in the garage painting plywood. And the only reason I brought that up is because he really planted a seed in me as a young teen. He said, more of us need to run for office. And while that goes in one ear and out the next to most teenagers, that stuck with me because he was the only elected official I knew. And one of the things he said at his victory party is the same thing that I'm going to say here tonight. Mr. James said, there's no way I can thank each and every one of you for all you've done for me. The best way and the only way I can thank all of you is to do exactly what you elected me to do. And to do exactly what you elected me to do is to lead this city into an era that we can all be proud of. This has been a tough journey, but it's been worth it. It's been worth it. So to everybody out there, wherever you're working, whatever you're doing in the community, you don't know who you're inspiring when you're doing the work that God has put in front of you. I thank my supporters, you all, for being with me from beginning to end. I love everybody in this room. That's why you're here. There were so many people who wanted to be here, but let me tell you something. This was just a thank you for me to say, how can I say thank you? Because I didn't get here by myself. Thank you so very much. I love y'all.